the perimeter of a regular hexagon. So here I'm looking for a regular hexagon. Okay, let's let's find the the perimeter of a regular hexagon. I know that perimeter means that is the total length of the boundary, and here the regular means a polygon in which all the sides are equal, and I know that hexagon is having six sides. Now let me copy these points L and S here. So let me take the point L, which is 7, comma negative 1, and S, it is negative 5, comma negative 3. So always I prefer to label these as x1, y1, x2, y2 in order to avoid the confusion. Now let me find the distance formula. Why I'm finding the distance formula means, so for example, just assume that this is my hexagon. Or let me take a proper lines. Okay, so hexagon, I know that there are 6 sides. So 1, then 2, then 3, 4, 5. I'm sorry, it may not be accurate. 6 sides. Just assume that it is a regular hexagon. In case if I can find one of these sides, then it is all the sides are equal. You know, this is what the regular means, all the sides are equal. Therefore, I have to take the same value for each and every side. So let me find the distance. Distance between L and S, or it is same as, for the distance between 2 points at the length of the line segment, it's one and same. So let me write the formula, which is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square, y2 minus y1 whole square, and this one is under the square root. So let me plug in the values here. X2, you can see that it is negative 5. This is negative 5. Subtract x1 is 7 whole square, plus y2 is negative 3. Subtract y1 is negative 1. Before also I mentioned that you have to be very careful, especially while writing the negative values. Oh, my bad, it's negative. Yep, it's negative 3. Yes, it is correct. A whole square. So let me take this one is negative 5 minus 7, then negative 5, negative 3, minus of minus 1. Okay, so negative 5 minus 7, that gives me negative 12 square. You can make use of calculator. And negative 3, here negative of negative, this one, these two signs are occurring side by side. So negative of negative, all of you know that it is positive. It's positive. So it is actually negative 3 and positive 1. That gives me negative 2 square. So this is going to be negative 12 square. That gives me 144, plus negative 2 square. That gives me 4. So it is 144 plus 4. That is 148. Some students may prefer to leave this one as square root of 148, but I prefer going for prime factorization. I can divide this one by 2 table, 2 7s 14 and 2 4s 8. Then 2 times 3, 6, 2 7s are 14, and further we cannot. Therefore, this is 2 times 2, times 37, and I can find the square root of 2 times 2, that is 4. What is square root of 4 means, you know that that is 2. Therefore, 2 is outside the radical sign. Then it is 2 root 37. Okay. Now let me move this part somewhere here, so that our main question will not be disturbed. Now let's take a perimeter of hexagon. Oops, my bad. It is hexagon. Hex. Okay, hexagon. I see that there are 6 sides. And here each side is 2 root 37, and this is also 2 root 37. My third side is same, my fourth side is same, my fifth side, and the last side also same. So I'm taking 6 times the same side. Therefore, 6 times each side, that gives me the perimeter. So 6 times each side is 2 root 37. Then here I can multiply, that is 6 times 2, I can multiply 6 times 2, that gives me 12. Therefore, it is 12 root 37 units. This is the perimeter. Well, let's go to the next question. Okay. Right. What is the perimeter and area of the polygon defined by a point? 1, it is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. And likewise on the y-axis also it is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. Now, let's take that point A. Point A is 7, 10. So x is 7, so 7 is here, and 10 is here. These two are meeting at this point. This is my point A. And next, P is 7 and 18. So 7 goes here, and 18 is here. So this is point B. And next, C 17, 18. 17 is here, and if it goes on, and 18 is here. So this is point C. And D 17, 10. So 17 is here, and this is 10. So if you have any issues or if you have any difficulties, so I strongly suggest use the graph sheet. So let me join AB, next BC, next CD, and AD. Right. You know, the easiest way is, suppose if the diagram is drawn, if the diagram is on a graph sheet, and if it is on the vertical line and horizontal line, I know that it is 10 here, and here it is 18. Therefore, I can count the number of units, and I can say that it is 8 units. It is 8 units. And I know that here it is 7, and this one is 17. This is what given in the question. So 7 through 17, how many units? Pause the video for a moment and think of it. 7 through 17. Yes, it is 10 units. Therefore, I know that this is 10 units, this is 8 units. The opposite sides are equal in a rectangle. Therefore, the question is perimeter. So, perimeter of a rectangle, this can be done in 2 ways. Either using, you can take sum of all the sides, which is 8 plus 10 plus 8 plus 10. So it is 36 units. Or else if you want to follow the traditional way, which is perimeter of a rectangle is twice length plus twice width. Of course, if you want, you can take 2 as common. So twice length is twice 10 plus twice width is 8. 2 tens 20, 2 8 16, then 20 plus 16, that gives you 36 units. Notice that whatever the way you do it, still you will end up with the same answer. Next, coming to the area. So here, area of a rectangle, it is length times width, length times width. Therefore, length is 10 units, width is 8 units. 10 times 8, that is 80 square units. Please remember, always area of any figure is to be expressed in terms of square units. And now, the next question is, triangle ABC has vertices P negative 4. So let me plot all these points. P negative 4 3, Q negative 4 5 are 1 comma negative 2. Here P is negative 4. Negative 4 is here and 3 is here. So these two are meeting at this point. This is point P. Q is negative 4 and negative 5. So negative 5 is down below the y-axis. This is point Q. Point Q. Next, R is 1, negative 2, 1 and negative 2. This is point R. Now, let me join all these 3 points. So this is the triangle. So once if you can visualize the triangle, then you're asked to find, you're asked to find the area. You're asked to find the area. So area of triangle equals to half times base times height. Friends, when it comes to perimeter, you have to find the length of each side, but when it comes to area, then you better use a graph sheet and plot the points and you can check it. So let's see that, let me consider this one as the base, PQ as the base. So half of PQ times height is, this is again, you have to be a little careful, and height is nothing but the perpendicular line. So let me try a perpendicular line and make sure that you are drawing in such a way that you are touching the highest point of the triangle. This is how I am taking. So there is no letter, but I am taking this as maybe some K. KR is my perpendicular line. Okay, so times KR. Therefore, half times the value of PQ is, I love to count the blocks. So this is 1 block, 2 blocks, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 blocks. So 8 blocks, and KR is 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks, 4 blocks, and this is the 5th block. Yes, it is 5th block. Therefore, half of 8 times 5, 8 5 is 40, then half of 40, that gives me 20 square units. This is the area of the given triangle. One more question. This time you are asked to find the perimeter of an equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle means a triangle in which all the three sides are equal. Therefore, if I can find one side, then all the three sides will be having the same length. All the three sides will be having the same length. Suppose if I can figure out what is the length of one side, then all the three sides will be the same. Please remember, while computing the perimeter, you have to find each and every side length. But when it comes to area, you may have to plot those points and you may have to count what is the length, what is the width, and then you can use area formula. Well, so here the point x is -2 comma -5, and point z is it is -1 comma -10. So let me take this as my first point, and this is my second point, right? So let me use the distance formula, which is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square under the square root. Now just plug in these values. So x2 is a -1, subtract x1 is you can see that it is -2 whole square. Please be careful while writing this values. Y2 is -10, subtract y1 is -5 square. So -1, negative of negative, that gives me +2 square. Then the next step is 1 square. -10, negative of negative, that gives me +5 square. Then, so -10 +5, that gives me -5 square. So -1 square, 1 square is 1, -5 square is 25, then I'll get 1 plus 25 is 26. You need not convert into decimals. Well, if one side is 26, please remember equilateral triangle means each and every side is same. So perimeter equals to, I know it is sum of all these sides, which means here I have to take 26 plus 26, square root of 26 3 times. You know, a plus a plus a is 3a, or x plus x plus x is 3x. In the same way, it is 3 root 26 is the perimeter of the triangle. That's it from me. Thank you for watching the video.